Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be taking a look at another Primaris Lieutenant for the game Warhammer 40k from Games Workshop. The Lieutenant in question is a new Warhammer Commemorative Series miniature for Warhammer Day this year in October. Have a good look at the box art here. And again, it is another Primaris Lieutenant. We don't really need more of these. These are very similar looking to the Blade Guard miniatures and the Indominus Lieutenant and other models from the Primaris range. It does fit in very well, I'll give it that, but it is just another Primaris Lieutenant. So let's go ahead and open the box, take a look at the sprue, and compare it side by side with other similar miniatures. Okay, we've got the box open now. Now this is packaged slightly differently. It does have a plastic container holding the miniature in place and our instructions. It's interesting. We'll set the box aside. Set this down. Here we have our instruction manual for our Primaris Lieutenant with Storm Shield, all the different languages as well. Take a look at that. Here we've got our color instructions, everything in the box. Swappable head options. And then a little bit of a data sheet back here as well. Now if we take a look at the sprue, which is quite securely packed in this piece of plastic here, we got our base as well. Very nicely sculpted, of course, just like everything from Games Workshop, all the modern plastic. We have our two different head options here, the Blade Guard style helmeted head, and then the very angry gentleman without the helmet on that we see on the box art. The body is sculpted very nicely. The Blade Guard style shield, just like the other lieutenants, is very nice as well. It's an interesting build as well, with the tabard, holster, the front of the right leg, and tilt shield all on one piece. So it's quite different. A little disappointing that the blank shoulder pad is not a separate piece, so you can change it for a chapter specific one. So you should be using transfers, or if you use any third-party raised bits to add to shoulder pads like I do, you have that option as well. Now if we take a look and compare this to the Indominus Lieutenant, which we have here, if we take a look, the shield is nearly identical. Nearly identical here. The tabard, of course, dropped it, that's not good. The tabard, if we take a look side by side with the pistol holster, is all very similar. Of course, these are supposed to be miniatures that are seen side by side or very cohesive to look very similar. I'm probably going to be making these Blade Guard veterans as opposed to all different lieutenants. And then the pose is one of the biggest complaints about the miniature, even though it's sculpted extremely nicely. I understand that complaint. I have a unfinished Indominus Captain here, and if we take a look at them side by side, it's Space Marine with Iron Halo holding shield with sword up. Now this new lieutenant has the sword pointed down a little bit. The Indominus Captain has the sword pointed up a little bit. There are minor details that are different, of course. I have not glued on the large skeleton on the shield for the Indominus Captain, but the shields are the same shape, look very similar. And then of course the tabards and little trinkets around the waist and belt are slightly different. I will say these models are extremely beautiful sculpts, and they go together very well. They look very nice together. But again, we don't need more. We don't need more Primaris lieutenants. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and be converting some of these into Blade Guard veterans for my army, I believe, just so that they are not just several lieutenants that I have sitting around for no reason. All in all, I can't complain about the look of this miniature. The sculpt is great, as usual. The style is very nice. The repeated pose is a little, honestly, annoying, and I understand why everybody on Reddit and other internet forums are not the biggest fan of that. But personally, I enjoy it. I decided to pick it up to go ahead and make some Blade Guard veterans with the Indomitus miniatures and this one, as well, as I don't actually have the full Indomitus box. I only have the characters from an eBay lot. So that'll fill out nicely for me. And then again, going ahead and adding some iconography to the blank shoulder pad. And then making the decision on the helmeted head versus non-helmeted head. They're both really nice sculpts. I actually do like the non-helmeted head. On the box art, we can see the head is a bit recessed under the gorget, which is nice to see. There's no extremely elongated neck looking anatomy as we see on the cover of the standard Black Templars Codex. So at least they're paying some attention to anatomy there. So that unhelmeted head would be a consideration for me. But again, that's the look at the new 2021 Warhammer Day commemorative miniature, another Primaris Lieutenant, and copied pose from Indomitus Captain. Thank you for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe, leave a comment down below. Last week I went ahead and went over Warhammer miniatures that I've acquired. If there's anything that you'd like to see unboxed, like to see the sprues of, or see reviewed, let me know. Thank you.